Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and again this is another replay featuring Angel's Daddy, and it's from 2015, from December 2015, and he's in the M44 on north spawn of Tundra, or is it south spawn? It's south spawn. I always get these things wrong, mixed up, but it's from the view, yes, and we can see he's got a mark of excellence on his M44 now, so he's obviously been playing it a while. I always find this little place a little too obvious for enemy Arty to look for you, but it's also not a great position because fields of fire, you have to pull forward to get good fields of fire, and that sort of exposes you to the enemy. I find there are much better places to actually set up, to either cover the hill or to cover the passes on the west side of the battlefield. Okay, fires around him there, but I'm not sure that would have done anything. Okay, we've got somebody on top of the hill. It's Type 58. We've got a Stratony 39. That's that medium tank 39, the Czech tank. And as well as an M5 Stuart, making their way towards the caps. Fires around, and no, unfortunately, it overshoots the M5, who's now in the cap, and he's probably aware, and he may see Angel's Daddy. That's a major problem. If he does see, he's going to have to relocate pretty quick. I hope he's got 6th sense, because otherwise he could be on the receiving end of counter battery fire. Okay, he's got no field of fire here. You see there's rocks in the way, and those rocks do prevent the shots. Right, there's a Type 58 up on top of the hill. Now he would more than likely fire at Angel's Daddy if one of the other tanks spots him. The M5 has been taken out now. Aiming for the Type 58, he indicates his target. Good. It tells everyone in the team what he's aiming at. It avoids duplication, but it also enables his team to track the enemy, and that ensures a hit. Unfortunately, the field of fire means that there are rocks in the way from the position he's located in at the moment. If he was to move further west, you'd find that some of those rocks actually open out into the hill. Okay, he's aiming for a Skoda T24 on that prominent headland above the river. Runs out, and it's a hit, and he's killed him. I think that appears to be a fire as well, because he didn't appear immediately. So I think he set fire to him. Okay, Su-85 tank destroyer. Almost loaded, almost zeroed in. Rounds out. Kill shot!
Heavy armor is destroyed!
60 hit points. That's a good hit, but there's a Burt just there. He needs to take that Burt out. They can be quite dangerous. There's also a KV-2. The Burt's probably the higher priority at this point in time, because with that high arc of fire, he can do a lot of damage. All the round lands next to it, but not on it. He's switching back to the Burt. It is the higher priority, but it's gone out of sight, so it's difficult for him to fire at something he can't see. So he's switching to the KV-2. That's a good decision.
Critical hit.
And he's got a good hit. 239 hit points. Now there's the Burt. The Burt's been seen again. He should be going for it, but his rest of his team are going to get the Burt. They're close. They've probably seen the Burt, and they'll shoot at him as he retreats. Right, they're capping. They've got KV-1S in the cap right now. There's the KV-2. There's that Stratony 39 lined up on it. It's very weak, actually. A splash should be able to take him out. But he has been killed already by the VK-3001P. Okay, we've got an OI experimental on the hill, but he's obstructed on the field of fire. There's rocks in the way. Type 58 is also Arty safe at the moment. Can't hit that. The KV-2 he can hit. It's backing up. No, he's gone in front of the rock again. is finding it difficult to find targets. There is an AMX CLC he can fire out there, but he's lost sight of it temporarily. So he's relocating. Now his team are indicating the KV-2. They want fire on that KV-2. Right, he really needs to hit that as his priority target. Otherwise it's going to take out that KV-1. Or KV-1. And it has. He needs to get that KV-2 as quickly as he can. Oh, it's behind the wreck. If the shell was fired, it hit the wreck. Oh, now it hit the rock.
That was close.
Oh, it splashed behind the KV-1. This is really awkward because most of these shells are not quite getting the target. Note, they're both Arty safe, those tanks. The KV-2 is going after the T-67. Was he guarding those passes? And the Churchill's been taken out by the Type 58. I think he fired over the edge of the cliff. Now the T-67's going up onto the hill. Now he might be able to help that T-67 by taking out one of the defenders. T-67's got the OI experimental, but can he get the Type 58? Unfortunately, we've lost the T-67. In fact, it's just the M44 and the Stug versus the KV-2. Now, in circumstances like this, it does pay for the M44 to turn in TD mode. Go hunting. Because you've got a powerful 155mm gun. Remember, the KV-2's only got a 152mm gun. Yes, it is a tank. Yes, it's very heavily armoured. But it's also a badly damaged KV-2. And I'm sure that if you were to put an M44 round right up the rear of that KV-2, it would explode. As Jingles likes to say, a little bit of surprise butt sex does the wonders. Now, there's the KV-2, and he's taken out the Stug! Oh no! No, it's definitely time to go to TV mode, because you're not going to be able to do it any other way. Except maybe by capping. Now his team are indicating go to the cap. They think it's going to be a loss, but they're saying go to cap, Arty. Now he'll be able to get to the cap quicker than the KV-2 will be able to get to his cap. The KV-2 is going to have to make it back to his own cap by crossing the bridge, and if he does, M44 might be able to get some shots on him in the way. Now surprisingly, the KV-2 hasn't bothered to look out through the gaps in on the hill to see if he can spot the M44. But I think the M44 is now far enough away to be safe. I don't think the KV-2 can see him. Okay, it's capping. The other thing is, the M44 is fast enough that even if the KV-2 was to come to this cap, he could probably take it on a run around the rock to avoid being hit whilst he's capping. And of course he's running up the cap points all the time. I don't think the KV-2 is going to make it back in time. But even if he does, he's going to have difficulty trying to see Angel's Daddy to shoot at him. Because Angel's Daddy can move out the way fast enough. This is the great thing about the M44, it is reasonably fast. Right, he's been spotted by the enemy. And that was an HE round coming in from the KV-2. Now, where is that KV-2? Is he up on the hill? Or is he the other side of the rock? He has been spotted. There's the KV-2. And it is ring around the rock. It's chasey, chasey, kissy, kissy, bangy, bangy. And the KV2's missed again, and he's definitely going to cap out now. I think the KV2 just made a fatal error. You can't do this with an M44, it's too fast for you. Oh dear, this KV2 driver doesn't know. He just doesn't know. And he's tried, but he's failed. And he's been taken out by the M44's derp. That is just so funny. What a good replay. I enjoyed that. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a third-class tanker for Angel Study in the M44. It's a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 on this one. But he got an Invader medal because he capped out and he collected all of the cap points, so at least 80. But the game was completed by cap. And then he took the KV2 out on top of that right at the end. So he picks up all the XP and all the hit points off that KV2 driver, who must feel a bit sad because he realised at the last moment you can't play chasey chasey kissy kissy bangy bangy with an M44. It's just too quick for you. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats. He scored 398 hit points, which was pretty low down the table actually if you think about it, but he was top of the table when it came to kills, joint top with the T67, and he came mid-table again on base XP of 460 because he really didn't hit that many enemy during the battle. But what was crucial is what he did at the end. He actually made the game possible. Okay, he fired 10 rounds, got 3 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 3 splash damage, did damage of 398 hit points, of which 355 were at more than 300 meters. The difference being the KV2, which of course he shotgunned at point blank range. He damaged 3 of the enemy, he destroyed 3 of the enemy, and he got 100 cap points, which means he won. He received on a standard account 11,619 credits. And after ammunition resupply, he took away 6,569 credits. He received 460 base XP, but he got a personal missions payout of 46, so he took away 506 XP in total. But I'm sure he took away the congratulations of his team as well for doing that, because that was a very good victory. I think at the time, I do remember seeing messages from his team thinking they'd lost the game. But of course, Arty pulls off the win, because if you've got an Arty and you're a good enough Arty player, you don't give up, you don't suicide, you don't surrender. You pull up your man pants and you go and do the business and you win for your team. And that's what we like to see at What Arty Noobs. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be seeing in the next video.